The boys are making breakfast. We paddled into the dark. We probably had 20 minutes before dark last night when we landed. It had just enough trees. Brian's got a cozy little camp going on here, and he looks like a professional. I mean, I look like I got a yard sale going on mine. Kevin also looks like a professional. They're rocking the Kelty 12s. I mean, that's just a good looking camp. And I'll walk you out here, you can see the river. Not a whole lot of features to it, but it is pretty. Really pretty. That dark water often makes some nice contrast for you. So we're, like I say, we're just gonna finish eating, pack it up, slide off this river, and I think we're just gonna paddle into St. Croix Falls there, trying to make it by lunch so we can get a burger. We are ready for a hamburger. Awesome river, guys.
It would probably come as no surprise to you that I love adventure. And it's more than just beautiful sunrises, the wild outdoors, and taking on nature. In fact, when talking with people about adventures, what I surprise them with oftentimes is what it takes to go on one. Each of us has our own motivations. We each have our own comfort zone. But really, adventure is not about breaking down barriers, about conquering the world, or about overcoming anything. Adventure is truly about letting go. The most important thing you have to let go of is control. Whether in a kayak at the top of a waterfall, or placing yourself in a wilderness environment, you have removed control from a lot of aspects of your life. In fact, in many cases, the only thing you can control is how you react. The second thing you have to let go of is the ability to quit. Quitting is a comfort we allow ourselves in many areas of our life. And in reality, the only barometer for a successful adventure is that you complete it. Everything else that goes wrong along the way just makes a better story later. And lastly, you have to let go of the need for your expectation to match reality. Otherwise, you'll never truly be able to enjoy the moment if you are wishing it was something different. The conditions were ideal. The river was gorgeous. We had a nice cool morning with bright sun on our faces and a stiff breeze on our back. And at the time, we thought the only way it could be better was if we had rapids.
All right, we are here on our final morning, and it's time for some victory coffee to celebrate a good trip. And it's kind of like a pre-celebration because that hamburger is what's going to do it for us when we get there.
That's right, that's the grand finale. But here's to all those that have followed along with us on our travels.
Yes, we appreciate it.
Here's to all the River Kings that weren't here with us. This one's for you.
It's still hot.
That's nice.
Hot.
That's nice.
So we are sailing. Oh yeah, getting some good bursts. If it would stay good, we'd be rolling. We were up above 5 a minute ago. But it only stays good for few seconds. Constant wind, but not really strong.
We mostly spent the morning lazily drifting down the river. We only had a few miles to go today, and really we were in no hurry to get them over. We were starting to get that bittersweet feeling that comes at the end of a week-long trip. And around a bend, we saw a nice sandbar and decided to take our last break of the trip. We all got out and stretched our legs and enjoyed the moment. And I wasn't sure what I wanted to film, but I knew I wanted to film something. I was trying to capture the moment and the emotions that come with the last break of the trip. And then this little yellow leaf caught my eye as it was drifting by. I couldn't help but notice the similarities. That was the whole trip in a nutshell. I guess you could say the leaf would have never wanted summer to end, but unable to control anything around it, and unable to stop the progression of time, the leaf had to let go. Somewhere after the sandbar, we let go of the wish to have rapids all the way down the river. And we made peace with just sitting there and drifting and soaking up the beauty of northern Wisconsin. And what followed was one of the most beautiful afternoons of paddling that you could ever imagine.
With a river guided gently by her stream to a shoreline in the distance. The lights of the city summon after me. To them I give no resistance. With a river guided gently by her stream, and when I set my feet on the ground, I'll never forget how sweetly moving me was the river I explored.
And I think we came up with a name for Brian's new Yukon expedition. What do you have, Brian?
I believe from here on forth it should be named Trigger.
Trigger! Trigger it shall be. Unbelievable day on the water. It's not because of the excitement, the rapids. It's because of the pristine views, the flow, just the sky, the whole package, the air, the temperature. It cannot be better. We finally got some long views with some hills and everything as well. And we've just been lollygagging these last few miles because we don't want it to end. And that's what you want from a trip. You don't want it to end. Well, we made it to Lions Park Landing. Boom, Kevin ran off to the bathroom. I am gonna run down the road to the National Park Service building and retrieve my truck. Got my keys, my wallet. The only thing we're missing is a truck. Hope it's there. It's always the adventurous part of the trip. See what I can find. We got here about 2 o'clock. It's 1:59 on the dot. About an hour behind what we wanted to do. Actually, this morning we set out for leaving the camp at 8, getting here at 12. We left the camp at 9, figured we'd be here at 1, but it was just so beautiful we just floated it and added an extra hour, but nobody's complaining. An amazing piece of river. And this is the glamorous side of the adventure. Walking on a road, looking for a truck. So I can see St. Croix Falls. Been walking for a little bit, it's not too bad. Feels good to actually stretch the legs. Swanky little town. About as far as you can see the road on the camera, I need to take a right. That's the National Park Service building. And that's where I expect the Blue Beast to be waiting for me. So I'm walking into St. Croix Falls proper. It's a quaint little historic looking town. I see the sign for the visitor center. How you doing? Larson Sewing. If you're in St. Croix Falls and you need some sewing done, she'll take care of you. After all these years, I finally found him. Sasquatch. Getting close now. There's the parking lot. This is the moment I try not to think about much when I'm on the river. But you always wonder. And guess what? Big Blue. I see her. She's waiting on me. Looks like we're ready to go home. All right, let's see if she cranks. Yeah. I don't think we could. All right, we got our hamburgers. I've been seeing this on the menus last time and again this time. It's the pizza hamburger. Did you get the same?
We all did.
We all got pizza hamburgers. What do you think, Brian? Is it good?
It's the pizza burger.
It's a pizza burger.
Got some sausage mixed in with it.
Sausage and beef. Some pizza sauce. Oh man. That's a good burger. What's that, Kev?
Well,
No time to talk, right? There's a man on a mission right there. A well-earned burger.
pretty good.
All is right with the world. So yeah, so if you're ever here in Taylor Falls, Minnesota, right across the border from Wisconsin there on the St. Croix River, come into the drive-thru and world famous Madeline will take care of you. It's a good hamburger. Here she is, world famous Madeline, the world's best waitress. They got this girl running out here. They're fantastic, absolutely good. So we're here at the drive-thru. We just finished up, got my malt, and we're actually about to go scout Taylor Falls, see if she's running today, and see how difficult this access is. If it's like a mile hike to get to her or something, we're not gonna do it. But if we can just zip down there, throw my boat in and run it, that'd be a good way to cap the week. So let's go check it out.
Huh?
She is rumbling.
Yep. You ready?
Yeah, I'll put my phone in there.
Brian's worried about you, isn't he?
Yeah.
I can tell he gets quiet when he gets worried. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Woo! Get some action.
See him on the other side.
We had been floating the idea of running the falls all week. When we got here today and scouted, the water level had changed, and the water was a lot rowdier. Kevin opted out. Brian would film from the cliff. I had the distinct feeling that I was paddling into a memory. I was trying to take in all the sights, the sounds, and there was that familiar feeling of energy, water charging into rocks. I was also looking forward to a section called the Dolls. It's a cliffed-in mini-gorge where the river carved right through the rock. And as I drifted like a leaf under the bridge that brought me here a week ago, I knew I would soon no longer be in total control. I was committed to the point where I couldn't quit. And I was going to have to be okay with whatever happened. And I've been here before, in another time, in another place. And the one thing that keeps bringing me back is there's nothing like the feeling of letting go.
pretty in here. There it is, guys. The end of the trip. All right, guys, I just ran Taylor Falls down there. Whew, that was a good time. Really enjoyed that. But what a great cap to the trip. I am now in the Wisconsin Interstate Park. We have gotten the day pass, and Kevin and Brian are going to be showing up right here just a few minutes, upon which we are going to go over, get 3 warm showers, and start our ride home. What a fantastic adventure this has been. And that is the perfect end. End of the trip. It's a pleasure, Kevin.
It was.
It's nice to finally get him on one of the big ones. I'm sure he had a good time.
I did.
And we'll have to do it again. Brian, awesome as always.
Enjoyed it.
Have a good ride. And while you're riding, perhaps you can enjoy the elusive River King hat.
And so ended our adventure on the St. Croix National Scenic Riverway. 148 miles on the Namekagon and the St. Croix Rivers. Thanks to Kevin, the Wondering Electrician, for joining us for a big trip. Special thanks to Matt for the suggestion and the company on the water. And as always, special thanks to River King Brian. 500 miles is a lot of river. Here's to the next 500. And thanks to all of you out there for tagging along. We hope you enjoyed it, and we look forward to next time. So keep your eyes open, and maybe we'll see you on the river.
The setting sun into the island, laid an ocean trail. And we were there, out on the boulder, bathed in the golden light. Such a time we lived of wonder. Another cold now waits, and certain things are weighing our feathers, and so we fly away. And I will go with all I know, seeking sounds of our dreaming. Come what may, and come what will, then I'm home.